This is N4NT, and we ask that the frequency remain clear as we conduct the last call. WA4JCF. 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 My fellow amateurs and Bristol Amateur Radio Club members, WA4JCF did not answer his last call. As of September the 10th, 2024, WA4JCF Wayne Manly is a silent key. Wayne was a lifetime member of the Bristol Amateur Radio Club and regularly attended club events. Wayne lived in Bristol most of his life, having graduated from Tennessee Highschool in 1963. After high school, he served in the military and then went to work as a computer service technician at Sperry Univac. Wayne attended Virginia Avenue Baptist Church. In addition to amateur radio, Wayne enjoyed video gaming and astronomy. Long live the memory of WA4JCF. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence, and then we will start the net. Calling the Bristol 2-meter net, calling the Bristol 2-meter net. This is N4NT, and my name is Adam, and I'll be the net control station for this session. The Bristol 2-meter net meets each Tuesday at 9 p.m. on the 146.67 repeater. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, the National Traffic System, and the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. All amateurs are welcome to check into the net. Are there any announcements or bulletins for the net? Okay, is there any formal or informal traffic for the net? Mobiles or portables, please call now.
N4NT, please check in. KL1ZA, Jim in Bristol.
Okay, net recognizes KL1ZA. Jim, got you on the list as a mobile or portable station. Are you going to stick around for comments, or do you want to go ahead now?
I'm going to stick around, Adam. That's fine.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you momentarily. We'll go ahead at this time, and we'll take any and all check-ins. Any stations wishing to check in, please call.
WE4AWJ, Emmett Portable in Bristol.
This is WD4LXN.
Okay, picked up a couple more there, WE4AWJ Emmett and WD4LXN Pat. Any other station?
Net control, check in Kilo Quebec 4, Delta Charlie Papa, KQ4DCP, Jerry at South Holston Lake.
Okay, got KQ4DCP Jerry, and I think somebody doubled with him. Who doubled with Jerry there?
Virginia, KQ4IHI.
All right, Paul, I think I doubled with you a little bit, but I let up in time to hear your call sign, so we got you on the list, KQ4IHI. Any other station?
N4GNG, Gerald in Abington.
N4GNG, Gerald, got you in there. Any others?
November
November 4, Tango Lima Bravo, Les in Johnson City.
Okay, we picked up Les in 4 TLB. Any other station?
Control, please check in Kilo Delta 4 November Tango, Wayne in Bristol.
Got you in there, Dwayne, KD4NT, and there was a double with you. Who was the other station? Well, at least I thought there was anyway, but if there's another station out there, we'll get back to you momentarily. Any other stations like to check in, please call now.
WE4AWJ, Emmett in Bristol.
Okay, Emmett, yeah, I got you near the top of the list there right after Jim. Sorry if I forgot to acknowledge you there, but we got you on the list. Any other stations?
Net Control, please check in KD4CCO, Dallas and Bristol.
All right, picked up Dallas, KD4CCO, got you on the list. So let's go up and take a few comments now. Again, we did a last call at the beginning of the net there for Wayne. If anybody has any memories they'd like to share or anything, feel free to do that. And, of course, regular comments are welcome as well. And we'll start that out with KL1ZA. Good evening, Jim.
This is KL1ZA. Good evening, Adam, and the rest of the net. It's very, very sad news about Wayne. I spent some time with him when he went to First Baptist Church. He would have dinner with us every Wednesday night, and we'd talk about stuff about radios and things like that, and what he'd done for a living, and gonna miss that. But also, I really want to thank the club for the use of the repeater this weekend. It really, really helped our event out. We had a great car rally, and again, thank you again. Now I'm going to say 7-3, KL1ZA.
All right, Jim, thanks for checking in tonight. And, yeah, no problem there. I appreciate you helping with the net control duties and everything like you do. So that works out great, and glad that you all were able to have a good, safe event there with the good communications. All right, up next we have Emmett, WE4AWJ. Good evening, Emmett.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. WE4AWJ. Well, again, condolences to the family of Wayne. We are going to miss him as a club and miss him personally. He was a big part of the Bristol Amateur Radio Club, and I know he enjoyed being part of it. I remember him, most of the time, whenever he was there, and he contributed to it. And sorry to hear about his passing and the way he passed. Anyway, may he have a blessing in heaven as he was a blessing on earth. And it rained all day today. Couldn't do anything in the yard. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. Other than that, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I've just been working on another little project that's not in amateur radio, but it's something I'm kind of interested in. Anyway, 73s to everybody. Everybody stay well and happy, and we'll see you when we see you. This is WE4AWJ back to net.
All right, Emmett, thanks for checking in tonight. And, yeah, I will mention real quick before we move on to Pat here next. But, of course, I was working when we found out Wayne had passed, and that's kind of the first-hand knowledge that I got of it. And speaking of that, and the only reason I want to put this out is if anybody knows or can help in any way, we have still yet to find any family members. At this time, the only relative in the system that we could find was his father, who passed away years ago. there was some mention of a sister in Kingsport, and we've kind of followed that lead up to kind of a roadblock or whatever. So if anybody knows anybody or anything, just give me a shout, and I'll pass it along to the appropriate folks and everything. But anyway, I'll move on to Pat, WD4LXN. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Adam. Good evening, everybody on the net. So sorry to hear about Wayne. It has not been a good month. I had another buddy lost his partner this month too. So other than that, not a whole lot going on. It rained down here in Blunttville all day as well, so that was a good thing. So we got, I think, 0.8 of an inch the last time I looked on the weather station. So with that, I'll turn it back over to the net control, WD4LXN.
Thanks for checking in tonight, Pat. And yeah, just kind of off of what you mentioned there, it's really not been a good year per se. It seems like I don't have a figure in my head, but it seems like I've done several of these last calls this year and over the last few years, really. But I'm glad we are able to memorialize these folks this way, and you know, everything's being recorded and be uploaded to YouTube. But glad we're able to do that for them. But if we don't have to do one anytime again soon, I'll be good with that as well. All right, up next we have KQ4DCP. Good evening, Jerry.
N4NT, this is KQ4DCP. Good evening, Adam, and everyone on the net. And yeah, I hate that about losing Wayne. I enjoyed him. Didn't know him a whole lot, but I enjoyed his stories on the nets and at the meetings. But I hope something's found out about some of his family. But anyways, it's 65 degrees here, and I've had 2.11 inches of rain since midnight. So this place in South Holston Lake, we got a drenching, and I hope everybody has a good rest of the week, and I hope you don't have to do it for a while too, Adam. Appreciate you doing it. You've done a great job for the Mears Club. So this is KQ4DCP, clear.
Thanks for checking in tonight, Jerry, and appreciate the comments. Up next, we've got Paul, KQ4IHI. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody else on the net. This is KQ4IHI. I didn't know Wayne. We've always made for us to have a loss, and it's really tragic we don't have family to notify. But hopefully you figure something out there. It is 66 degrees here tonight, and we've had almost a half an inch of rain. We had a good bit of rain. It's like it's there behind, about a half mile away according to the program I run. And that's getting close enough for me. I'm not wanting it any closer. So we'll be disconnecting antennas as soon as we get off here tonight. Not too much happening today. I've got to go do some dog duties and cat duties tomorrow at the shelter. So I'll be busy. And other than that, not too much to report. I'll give it back to you. This is KQ4IHI.
All right, Paul. Thanks for checking in tonight. You're readable, but a little bit scratchy, just to let you know. But you're getting in there good enough to be able to hear, but a little bit of static. Up next, we've got Gerald, N4GNG. Good evening, Gerald.
Good evening, Adam. Good evening, everybody else on the net. I didn't know Wayne, but it's always sad to hear of another ham passing. So his family, in my thoughts and prayers. And we had a pretty rainy day here in Abingdon today. Got about a little over half an inch of rain. Got about 66 degrees now, but it was a good cool day, so at least it wasn't hot and dry. We need the rain. But that's about all I've got tonight, so I'll say 73s, turn it back over to net control. N4NT, this is N4GNG clear.
All right, Gerald, thanks for checking in tonight, and just glancing at the list here, the N4 calls may be dominant tonight. So there's at least 3 of us on here. So, and speaking of that, up next is N4TLB. Good evening, Les.
This is November 4, Tango Lima Bravo in Johnson City, Les in Johnson City. Sorry hearing about Wayne's passing. Condolences to his family. Really didn't know him that well, being so new to the club, but anyway, we had a rainy day course here in Johnson City, cool, 64 degrees here on my thermometer tonight. Not really sure how much it did rain, but it was beneficial rain. So I'll say 73s, and this is November 4, Tango Lima Bravo, Les in Johnson City.
All right, Les, thanks for checking in. Appreciate comments and stuff tonight. And yeah, Wayne once mentioned to me that he may have served a year or so as a club president once upon a time, and that was that could have been a very long time ago. He was 82 when he passed, and so he could have very well been he said he had been in the club and kind of out and in and out, so that could have been way back in the early 60s or something, as old as the club is and everything too. Up next, we've got KD4NT. Good evening, Dwayne.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. Well, I knew Wayne very, very little, but I did know him, and I hate to hear him passing. Just like somebody else mentioned, I sure enjoyed his stories on the net, that's for sure. But, well, he's in a better place. Hopefully he's out there looking down on us. But, anyway, that's all I've got. Kilos up for November Tango, 7-3.
Okay, Dwayne, thanks for checking in. Your signal was a little scratchy too. That's why I thought somebody doubled with you. Your audio is great, so no problem whatsoever hearing everything that you said, but there's some static in there with you, which I've heard you other days, and it's you've always been full of quieting, so I don't know if you're on a different radio or you might have something going on there, but I'm going to upload this to YouTube a little later on. You may be able to go back and just kind of listen, see what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I was just recalling an old ham checking into the net a year or two ago, something like that, and a fella had a loud hum on his radio, and nobody said a word to him, and he kind of lectured the rest of us. So, yeah, I always try to tell folks if there's anything going on like that. But anyway, we'll move on to the next check-in. That's KD4CCO. Good evening, Dallas.
Well, good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. Sorry to hear about Wayne. I was looking at my thermometer. We're showing 66 degrees here right now, and the rain gauge shows 0.98 inches of rain. So I guess it's not over yet. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. That's about it from over here on Island Road, so I'll turn it back to net control. This is KD4CCO.
Yeah, Dallas, I hope that rain moves out by Friday, at least, because I've got to be out Friday and Saturday directing traffic down by the racetrack. So, if from what I saw, it looks like it's going to be pretty decent weather for me doing that, but if it does move back in, I'll have to be out there in rain gear. And I hate it when the temperature's decently warm and I have to put that on because that rain gear doesn't breathe. It gets hot. But anyway, that brings us to the bottom of the check-in list, so we'll open it up and see, are there any other stations that would like to check in? Please call.
Net control, please check in Kilo Zulu 4, India Tango, Richard and Elizabethton.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. This is Kilo Tango 4, Oscar, Ben in Bristol. Check me in and out, Adam.
All right, we picked up KZ4IT, and we'll be back for comments. And then KT40, Ben, was in and out, so appreciate you checking in tonight, Ben. Any other stations, please call. All right, well, let's go back up to KZ4IT. We'll get some comments. Good evening.
Good evening, Adam. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is Kilo Zulu 4 India Tango. I just wanted to get in here and say I'm sad to hear that about another silent key in the area. I hate to hear that. My prayers go out to the family, and just another rainy evening over here in Elizabethton. But other than that, I'll just say 7-3, and everybody had a good evening. This is Kilo Zulu 4 India Tango. I'll be clear.
All right, appreciate you checking in, and good to see you at the club meeting the other night. And come back anytime. Always glad to have you. And that brings us to the bottom of the check-in list once again. So we'll see if there's anybody else out there. Any other stations, please call. All right, does anyone have anything else for the net tonight before we close?
Adam, KQ4I, just a reminder, Mayor's meeting is Thursday night, 7 o'clock, second floor of the hospital in Abington.
Okay, Paul, appreciate that announcement. Again, that was the Mears Club is meeting Thursday night at 7 o'clock on the second floor of the hospital in Abingdon. So if you are a Mears member or like to attend their meetings, there's a good reminder. If you're not, go check it out sometime. It's another good group to hang out with. I was a member there from my early days and still maintain a membership. And of course, we all work together for field day and everything. So another good group to hang out with. So check them out there sometime. Does anyone have anything else? Okay, hearing none. Tonight's net was a last call tribute to Wayne Manly, WA4JCF, who passed away about a week ago. And I am running a net logger session for the net, so as I traditionally do, the silent key is listed as the number one check-in, and then everyone else underneath that. So with that being considered, we had a total number of 13 check-ins this evening. Thanks to each of you for taking the time to check into the net. This is N4NT, closing the Bristol 2-meter net at 9:23 p.m. and returning the W4UD repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3, and good night.